Good morning to all students of class 6. As you know that we have started chapter number 4, classifying material, and today we are going to discuss the topic at page number 42, 43 and 44, and the names of the topics are properties of material, states of matter, solubility in water, solubility of solid, solubility of liquids, solubility of gases, and last one which we will discuss today is transparency. So let's start from page number 42, properties of material. First of all, it is necessary to know the meaning of property. What do you mean by property? Property means, as you know that we are talking about materials, so here the property means what type of the materials are, what is their color, what is their odor, and what is their taste, how strong they are, how transparent, and what is the transparency of them, and what is the conduction of them. Conduction means, are they able to pass electricity and heat through it or not? Means if electricity or heat can pass through the materials, these material will be called as conductors, and if they do not allow electricity or heat to pass through them, then they will be called as translucent. Uh, so, uh, this is the mean of property. We choose a certain material for a particular job based on which properties are best suited to it. Here we will discuss some properties, like one is color, because some materials are colorful. As you have seen the sodium chloride, common salt. Common salt is white in color. You have used this, its crystals are white in color, and when it is mixed in the water, they become invisible. So, some materials like copper sulfate crystals are blue in color, ferrous sulfate crystals are light green. So, materials are used on basis of their colors as well, sometimes. And odor. Second property which we are going to discuss is odor. Odor means the smell. It can be good smell, it can be having bad smell as well. Different materials have their different smells. For example, if we talk about different perfumes are recognized by their specific smell. They are, some are very sharp in their smell and some are not too much sharp. Hydrogen sulfide gas has a smell of rotten eggs. Hydrogen sulfide gas, it is a gas, but the odor of the gas is, means smell of the gas is like the rotten egg, very bad smell. And naphthalene has its characteristics odor, means naphthalene has its own smell, and some are very sharp, some gases and some materials are very sharp and very like they are having very bad smell as well. Third property which we are going to discuss is the taste. Different materials have different taste. Some materials are sweet, some materials are salty, while some materials are sour, and some materials are bitter in their taste. So, different materials are used on the base of their colors, on the base of their odor, on the base of their taste as well. Now, I hope that you have understood about the properties of the material. Properties of the materials means what is the color of the material, what is the odor of the material, what is the taste of the material, are they transparent, opaque, or translucent, or are they conductors or insulators. So, next is states of matter. As you all know that there are three states of matter: solids, liquids and gases. These three states of matter are all the materials they are having, either they are liquid or solid or gas. Means material can be in any state. Some materials are found in gaseous state, some materials are found in liquid state, some materials are found in uh, solid state. Now, let's see. Uh, According to the arrangement of the molecules, materials are classified into solid, liquid, and gases. Here, I just want to describe a little bit. For example, if they are very closely packed, these are called solids. This is the arrangement of the materials. If they are far apart, then they are liquid. If they are very far, they are gas. So this is the arrangement of the materials. This is the arrangement of the atoms. These are showing atoms, because all the materials are made up of atoms. If they are arranged in very closely, then they are solid. If they are far apart, then they are called liquid. And if they are very far, then they will be called as gas. So there are some other characteristics. Let's see. One is the volume and the shape. Here at the end of the page of 42, please see solid, liquid, and gases retain a fixed volume and shape. For example, I am talking about the board marker. Board marker has a specific shape. We cannot change its shape. It has a specific shape because this is a solid. But if we talk about the water can acquire the shape of the container. If we pour the water in a bottle, it will acquire the shape of, because it does not have a specific shape. And gas also does not have a specific shape, because if it is filled in the cylinder, then it will go into it. It has not a specific shape, but solid have specific shape. See here, retain fixed volume and shape. They do not change the volume, they do not change the shape. But liquid assumes or acquire or assume or change the shape of the part of the container which it occupies. It acquires the shape of the container. As I have discussed, that if we pour liquid into bottle, they will acquire the shape of the bottle. Assumes the shape of the volume of its container, and same is the property of the gas. Second property is that compressibility, whether they can be compressed or not. Not easily compressed. Solids cannot easily compressed. Liquids cannot be compressed easily. But gases are compressible. Gases are compressible, means they can be compressed. Third property is that either they can flow or not. Solid does not flow easily. Solid does not flow easily, but liquid can flow easily, gas can flow easily. These are different properties on which the material can be classified. Here the question would come, on which basis the materials can be classified. So you can write this answer. These are the three properties on which they are based, on which basis they can be classified. Now come towards the page number 43. Here, see. This is the ice cube. Ice cube is in the solid state. It's the state of water. Water has all three states. It can be solid, it can be liquid, and it can be gas as well. So It can, now see, it's an ice cube, it is in the solid state. Now when it will be melt, it will become liquid. When we provide heat to this water, then it will be changed into gaseous state. As you have seen, then when water is boiled, then it changes into gas. So these are the three states of matter, and material can change their shape as well. It is based on the heat. Solubility of water. Solubility. What do you mean by solubility? Solubility is defined as the property to completely dissolve. If anything is completely dissolved, it means its solubility is more. For example, if water can dissolve many things into it. For example, if we talk about the salt can easily dissolve into water. Solubility of the salt is more because it can easily dissolve into the water, and we cannot see that where are the salt particles when it is completely dissolved. It means it is completely soluble in water. If a substance completely disappear or dissolve in water, it is said to be soluble in water. Soluble and insoluble. Soluble and insoluble are two terms. Soluble means if they are completely dissolved and disappear into liquid or any other substance, then they are called soluble. But if they do not dissolve into other liquid or other like water, so they are called as insoluble. Now you have understood what is soluble and insoluble. So if the substance does not dissolve for a long time even after stirring, it is said to be insoluble. For example, here we are going to discuss the solubility of the solids. Solubility of the solids. Here we will take four types of solids. One is chalk, other is sugar, third one is salt, and fourth one is sand. Here we are taking four types of number one, chalk, number two, salt, number three, sugar, and number four, sand. Here, see at your book, here we will take 4 beakers and we will add 200 ml water in each beaker. Means same quantity of water we will pour into all 4 beakers. See here. See the book. See, these are 4 beakers. These are filled with 200 ml water, and now in the first beaker we will add chalk and stir it. In the second beaker we will add sugar, and in the third beaker we will add salt. In the fourth beaker we will add sand. So we will stir all these 4 solids into liquids and we try to mix it. After some time we will see that sugar and salt is completely mixed and dissolved and disappear into the water. It means they are completely soluble in water. They are completely soluble in water. But you are watching that chalk is not dissolved in water, and also the sand is not dissolved in water. It means these are insoluble. These are insoluble. Now you are I think very clear about the soluble and insoluble materials. So you can do experiment at your home with these. Take 4 glasses and use these 4 materials and try to experience it at home. Now you will just read this activity which is present at page number 43. Now come towards the page 44. Solubility of liquids. Solubility of solids we have done. Solubility of liquids. Solubility of liquids. Like the solids, as solids, some solids are completely dissolved in other liquids, and same with the liquids. Some liquids are easily dissolved in other liquids. For instance, we can think that all the liquid can dissolve in other liquids because both are liquid, but all liquids cannot dissolve in other liquid. For example, if we take the example of here is activity, and in the activity three things are used. In the activity three things are used. One is lime water, lime juice. The other is vinegar, and the third one is cooking oil. These three are liquids, and we use water. We will take test tubes. These are called test tubes. See, these are called test tubes. We have taken 3 test tubes, and we have poured 10 ml of water in each test tube, equal amount of water. Now mark it that level, and now pour 30 ml of vinegar, 30 ml of vinegar, lime juice and cooking oil in these 3 test tubes. In the first test tube we will add one liquid, in the other we will add the other one, and like oil we will add in the third one. So see these liquids. Do you think that lime juice is soluble in water? The answer is yes. The other vinegar is also soluble in water. So do you think cooking oil is also a liquid, water is also a liquid, but is it able to dissolve completely in the water? Try to make an experience at home as well. Cooking oil is lighter in weight as compared to water. Water is heavier than the cooking oil. So water will settle down at the bottom, and at the top only the layer of the cooking oil will remain present. It means it is insoluble in water. So cooking oil is insoluble in water. So read this activity at least 2 or 3 times, then you will understand completely. Next, solubility of gases. We have discussed solubility of solid, we have discussed solubility of liquid. Now we are going to discuss the solubility of gases. Are the gases soluble in water? All the gases cannot be soluble in water, but some gases can be soluble in water. All of you have experience to have the fizzy drinks like Coca-Cola, Pepsi and all the things. So these are called fizzy drinks. When you open the fizzy drinks, the opener of the bottle open with the pop sound. Why? It creates the sound because it has a gas which is mixed in the fizzy drink. Do you know what is the name of this gas? This gas is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide gas can be dissolved into the fizzy drink. So it means the solubility of the carbon dioxide is more. It means it is soluble in water. Likewise, oxygen gas is also soluble in water, because all the aquatic animals, all the aquatic creatures which remain always in the water, they take oxygen which is dissolved into the water. They breathe. They need oxygen to breathe. They take this oxygen which is dissolved into the water, because in the oceans, in the seas, in the rivers, there are a lot of plants, aquatic animals are present into the water. So they need the oxygen. They took the oxygen which is dissolved into the water for their breathing. So it means carbon dioxide gas is soluble in water, and also the oxygen gas is soluble in water. This clearly shows that carbon dioxide dissolves in water, even oxygen dissolves in water. It is this oxygen dissolved in water that the aquatic animal use for respiration. However, there are also gases like nitrogen and methane. Nitrogen and methane, marsh gas. Methane is also called marsh gas, which do not dissolve in water. It means they are insoluble in water. Carbon dioxide and oxygen are soluble in water, while methane and nitrogen are insoluble in water. Some materials are soluble in water and some are not. Therefore, they can be classified on the basis of their solubility of water. Next topic, which is transparency. Transparency, that how transparent they are. Transparent, for example, if we take the example of this glass, so we can see everything behind the glass. But if we use a paper or a book, we cannot see behind the book. What is written at the board behind the book, we cannot see now. Okay, is it? Are you able to see? Yes, I can see each and everything through this glass. I can see each and everything because they are transparent. They are transparent. There are three types of materials. There are three types of materials. One is transparent materials, opaque and translucent objects. Objects or material are the same thing. Transparent material means the material through which we can see everything. They allow light to pass through them. They allow light to pass through them. For example, air. Air is a transparent material because we can see everything through the air. Air is present everywhere, but we can see each and everything. It means air is transparent. Glass is transparent. Like water, clear water is transparent. So the things through which we can see everything clearly, they are called transparent objects. Next is opaque object. As I have given you example of book, this is opaque object. Paper is opaque object. Thick plastic is opaque object. So wood is opaque object. So the things which do not allow us to see through them. We cannot see anything through them because light cannot pass through the material. So such materials are called opaque objects. The third type of the object is translucent material. Translucent materials are the materials which allow some light to pass through them. Allow some light, not all the light to pass through, but some light. It means we can see few things, little, we can see a little through it. So these materials are called translucent objects. For example, if you have seen a butter paper, so through the butter paper we can see a little bit. Through the frosted glass, when there is a fog, and due to the fog the glass becomes foggy. So we can see a little bit but not very much clear. So such objects are called translucent material. Here in the book we will see the translucent material. Try to last paragraph, second line. Last paragraph, second line. Try to see through oily paper, thin muslin clothes, or a glass of water with a drop of blue ink in it. You will find only partial visibility. You will find partial visibility. Partial visibility means you can see a little bit, not very much clear. Through these objects, such objects are known as translucent. So the visibility becomes partial on a foggy day. The fog makes air translucent. In a foggy day, we cannot see very clearly through the air even, because the fog makes the air translucent. Although air is a transparent, but when there is a fog everywhere, then the air becomes translucent. So we cannot see very clear. So these are the topics which we have discussed. So now you will read the book, page number 42, 43 and 44 properly. Now come towards the homework. Open your books at page number 49, assessment 2. Assessment 2, B part. B part, it's question number 3. I'm going to read B part. Answer the following question in 3 or 4 sentences. So here, question number 3, differentiate among transparent, translucent and opaque objects. So the last topic which we have discussed right now, transparency, you can easily write the answer of transparent object, translucent object and opaque object. If you will just write the definition and 1-2 example, then the answer would be clear. Next question is assessment 2, C part. Assessment 2, C part. Question number 2. How can material be classified on the basis of their properties? So you can easily find the answer on page number 42, states of matter. There is a table. From this table you can write the answer. So do a very neat and clean homework. Take care and Allah Hafiz.